The roar of the big motor jolted Ben out of a deep sleep. He sat bolt upright, rubbing eyes that seemed cemented shut. This wasn't his bed. Where was he? The engine noise was so intense that he felt the churning in his stomach. What makes a sound like that? A garbage truck? A semi? Or maybe he managed to focus enough to take in the sight of dilapidated parlor around him, a crane carrying a giant wrecking ball. Griffin is done. The first page. Wait. Oh, I continue? A shape stirred inside Griffin's sleeping bag. Ben tore open the zipper to reveal his slumbering friend. Griffin, wake up! What? It's morning. They're tearing down the building. Griffin popped up like a champagne cork. Let's get out of here, he cried. The two scrambled for the window. The entire house was vibrating with a clamorous thrum of the crane. Griffin got there first and stuffed the two sleeping bags, and then Ben threw the missing planks. He was halfway out of himself, his stomach over the sill, when he realized he couldn't move forward or backward. I'm stuck, he hissed. Ben grabbed him by the wrist and hauled with all his might, but Griffin remained hung up in the opening. A tremendous crash shook the structure and the very earth beneath Ben's feet. The impact pitched Griffin out of the window, sending him sprawling on top of Ben. The two scrambled up, dazed. Griffin was white with plaster dust from his waist down. Run! He bellowed. They fled. The sleeping bags trailed behind them. As they rounded up the corner, a chilling sight met their eye. The Titanic wrecking ball buried deep and shattered in front of the old Rockford house. If they needed any more reason to get away from there, it came from the horrified job foreman. Hey, you! This is an active demolition zone. Coach Nimitz would have been amazed by the speed and stamina of their escape, which were much greater than they ever showed in gym class. The two kept a lung-searing sprint for several minutes, spurred on a series of loud booms behind them. They were halfway across the town before Griffin pounced the coast clear through the slow to a walk. Next time you get a brilliant idea like that, spending the night in a dress trap, Ben counted.
Pretend my number is unlisted. In the distance, there was a long, low rumble, followed by an earth-shaking thump. That was almost us, you know. My mother didn't raise me to be rumble. No risk, no reward, said Griffin, catching his breath. Some reward. We got revenge on the town for our escape work. Only nobody knows about it but us. Griffin pulled the Babe Ruth card out of his pocket and waved it under his friend's nose. Read it and weep. He gave Ben a quick recap of the discovery in the secret drawer. Babe Ruth. Wow. Do you think he's real? Griffin shrugged. It makes sense. Old house, old card. The question is, what's it worth? But Griffin, it's not yours, Ben whispered. Griffin indicated the plume of dust that swirled in the air several blocks behind them. When you knock down a house, you're really just throwing it in the garbage.
Really? Just throwing it in the garbage? Not stealing or taking something out of the garbage? It is besties. He wagged the car briefly, the sandwich of champion. It's probably not valuable. It never get thank lucky. How can you find out the sure? Asked Ben. There are experts in this kind of thing. Ben's eyes wind Polynos Emporium. Griffin smiled bravely. Well, get an appraisal. Palomo's Emporium of collectibles and memorables was a force unto itself. It was located just past the main strip of the town in low building, surrounded by a high chain link fence that always made Griffin think of a person of war camp. It had once been stone cutters workshop. As young children, he been and always been fascinated by the display of grave markers in the small crunched now